Today, we'll explore some psychological facts that few people know. Understanding the human mind isn't just fascinating, it's also a powerful tool for transforming our lives from within. If you enjoy this type of content that invites you to think, feel, and evolve, I invite you to follow me. This way, you can join me on this journey of self-discovery and transformation every time I upload a new episode. So listen closely, your mind can be your greatest ally or your greatest obstacle. Did you know that, according to studies, people perceive you as 20% more attractive than you see yourself? Yes, your mind might be deceiving you. We live trapped in a distorted self-image, fueled by past criticisms, constant comparisons, and unrealistic standards. And yet, in the eyes of the world, you already shine brighter than you believe. However, many people walk through life with wounded self-esteem, feeling they aren't beautiful enough, interesting enough, valuable enough, as if something is always missing to deserve love, respect, or admiration. But true attraction doesn't stem from physical appearance. It stems from inner security. From how you speak to yourself. From how you hold yourself in silence. From how you walk into a room without asking permission to exist. When you choose to walk with confidence, without apologizing for who you are, the world feels it. And it begins to open up for you. Because whoever sees themselves with love radiates love. And whoever respects themselves projects a magnetic energy that goes beyond the visible. Trust more in how others see you, and start seeing yourself as you deserve. With compassionate eyes. With acceptance. With that gaze you might have been denying yourself for years. Another fascinating fact: have you ever wondered why you have a favorite song? That one you can listen to over and over without getting tired. It's probably because it's anchored to a very powerful emotion. Perhaps it reminds you of a moment of intense love, a trip that made you feel free, a family afternoon where everything was peaceful, or a stage of your life where you were genuinely happy. The thing is, music doesn't just sound, it touches us. It transforms us. It activates dormant memories. It makes us feel as if we were there again, even if we're not anymore. The same happens with scents. An aroma can open emotional doors you thought were closed. That smell of freshly baked bread that takes you straight to your grandmother's kitchen. The perfume you wore during an important stage of your life. The scent of rain, which connects you to something you can't explain, but you can feel. All of these are anchors. Bridges between the present and an emotional memory stored in your body. And the most incredible thing is that you can use them to your advantage. Create your own conscious anchors. Use music, scents, even places, to remind yourself who you are, to elevate your energy, or simply to come home. Has an aroma ever transported you to your childhood? That's also an emotional anchor. Get to know yourself through your tastes. There are clues to what you still need to heal or embrace. Did you know that a deep state of sadness can accelerate your cellular aging? The stress hormone, cortisol, rises, and your whole system wears down faster. That's why joy isn't just a desire, it's medicine. It's not about waiting for life to be perfect to smile. It's about learning to dance even in the midst of the storm. Your body, mind, and spirit will thank you. Another curious fact: many times you miss the memory more than the real person. Our minds tend to idealize what is no longer there. So, when you think of someone from the past, ask yourself if you miss that person, or just the good things you remember about them. Sometimes we idealize what we no longer have, without remembering why we let it go. It has also been shown that the way you dress directly influences your mood. It's not superficial, clothes also vibrate. Dark colors, hunched postures, can make you feel dull. Bright colors, fabrics that make you feel good, can uplift you. Dress like the person you are becoming. Has it ever happened that one day you feel horrible in front of the mirror, and another day you look amazing, even though your face hasn't changed? That's not magic, it's your emotional state projecting itself. Your perception of yourself changes depending on how you are inside. That's why, before going out into the world, make peace with yourself. That will change your reflection. Lack of sleep not only exhausts the body, it also clouds the soul. When you don't get enough sleep, your mind starts to disconnect from reality. Emotions intensify, anxiety appears without warning, and small things you could normally handle suddenly feel like impossible mountains to climb. Irritability becomes your shadow, and that mental fog doesn't let you think clearly. Has that happened to you? That feeling of being on autopilot, as if everything weighs a little more. Not sleeping enough doesn't just tire you. It distorts your perception of the world and of yourself. It makes you believe that everything is going wrong, when in reality, you're just exhausted. That's why prioritize your rest as if your life depended on it, because in many ways it does. Sleeping well, hydrating with pure water, moving your body for at least a few minutes each day, is basic medicine for the soul. You don't need grand formulas to start feeling better. Just return to the essentials. Your body knows how to heal, but it needs you to give it the space. Did you know that people with weaker character, not necessarily quieter, can be more unpredictable than those with clear boundaries? It's not about toughness, but about inner clarity. Cultivate your emotional strength, not to become cold, but to be firm with love. There's an interesting phenomenon. When someone leaves us, an attraction reaction to what is no longer there is activated in our minds. Not because that person is ideal, but because you no longer have them. Don't confuse that attraction with love. It's just a trap of the ego. Another little known fact: if someone is constantly on your mind, it's likely you're in love. It's not a coincidence. Your heart is speaking to you. Did you know that the favorite sound of a human being is their own name? Using it with respect and frequency can help you create closer and more genuine bonds with others. It has also been proven that when we show the palms of our hands when speaking, we inspire more trust. It's like saying, without words, I have nothing to hide. And if you've ever wondered why certain people talk too much or insist on imposing their ideas, it may be because, deep down, they are unsure of them. Someone who is at peace with their beliefs doesn't need to shout to defend them. They just live them. In contrast, quieter and more direct people often keep great secrets and are deeply trustworthy. Learn to recognize them. Another curious and deeply moving fact: the bond between a human and their animal can be as strong, as real, as that between a parent and their child. It's not an exaggeration. It's biology. Our body releases the same attachment hormones, the same chemistry of love, when we share life with an animal. That's why, when a pet passes away, the pain is so intense. Because we don't lose a pet, we lose a soul companion. A being who loved us without filters, without masks, without judgment. A pure heart that simply was there, accompanying us in silence, in joys, in long nights, in days of chaos, and also in calm ones. Animals teach us what many humans have forgotten: loyalty, presence, unconditional love. And if you don't have one today, that's okay. Perhaps one day you'll feel the call. Sometimes it comes as a gaze in the street, others in a shelter, or even in a dream. When the bond is destined, the soul knows. Now listen to this. There are fears that are not born with you. They are not yours. You didn't experience them. And yet you feel them. Some phobias, those intense and inexplicable fears, can have a transgenerational origin. That is, they are inherited. They travel through DNA as an emotional memory, an alarm signal that wasn't created in you, but in someone who came before. Perhaps you fear enclosed spaces, fire, certain animals, situations that never directly harmed you. And yet, that fear lives in you as if you had experienced it. Perhaps it was your grandmother, or your great-grandfather, who lived in events so strong that their body imprinted that emotion into biology. And you, unknowingly, carry it. This doesn't mean you are broken. It means you are part of a larger story. A story you can observe with love and from there heal. Because if you can look at it with awareness, you are no longer just an heir, you become the point of transformation for your lineage. You can choose not to keep carrying what doesn't belong to you. You can release what your ancestors couldn't let go of. And in that act, you not only free yourself, you also free those who came before and those who will come after. And finally, the cell phone. It has become such a part of us that we even feel it vibrate when it doesn't. It's important to set boundaries, to be present, to return to silence, to return to yourself. Remember, your mind is powerful. If you cultivate it, if you understand it, it can be your best ally on this path of self-discovery and transformation. If this content resonated with you, don't forget to like it, share it with someone else who needs it, and leave me a comment telling me what part resonated most with you, or what you'd like to explore in a future episode. Your energy, your voice, and your presence here make all the difference.